Greetings. I'm back to greetings. I've left hello, but I may come back to it as we move into the new year. I know the last video I did, I said that it was kind of a year-end review, but it didn't necessarily mean it was the last video of the year, and that's true, because I'm doing one right now. And in the last video, if you go back and look at it, you'll see that I'm wearing a black shirt. I'm wearing a black shirt today, but it's not the same black shirt, because last time it was a total black shirt, and this time it's my Syracuse University black shirt that I wore. I'm filming this Friday night because Syracuse plays Georgetown tomorrow, and they're the eternal mortal enemy, even if we don't get to have the same kind of conference battles that we used to have in the past. I will be wearing my Syracuse shirt tomorrow because that's what you do when you play your mortal enemies. Anyway, I wanted to do this video because I mentioned how I wanted to have more success in 2020, and I wanted to have a better year, and I wanted to, aim at certain things for the year. And I have taken some time to do some major thinking. And what I've realized is that one of the things I really need to do is I need to focus more on me and my particular needs. Now, I still have to worry about my mother, obviously, but I need to take care of me, not the business me, but the me. And what do I mean by that? Well, here's an example. I have to do a lot of laundry for my mother. And every week to 10 days, I do my own laundry. So I get my stuff in there, I wash it, I get it in the dryer, then I bring it back to my room, and it basically sits there for 5 or 6 days. So that by the next time I'm ready to wash again, I have to actually get these other clothes and tell myself, you got to fold these bad boys up and get this stuff out of the way because there's going to be more clean clothes coming. And I have enough clothes that actually I probably wouldn't have to wash for 3 weeks, but I don't have enough places to put 3 weeks worth of laundry. And of course, you don't want to put that much in the washing machine. And you may ask, how come you don't just fold your clothes up when you're done? Because my mind says you don't have the right to take time for yourself because there are other things that are more important. Your mother is more important. Your house is more important. Your business is more important. Your marketing is more important than anything that you want to do for yourself or that you need to do for yourself. The only ways that I deviate from that are the days when I take, my mother goes to the senior center and I go out for lunch. And it's a short time. I mean, really, it's not like I spend 2 or 3 hours away at lunch. I may have to drive the furthest on Monday to go to lunch, but I go to lunch. I take my tablet with me, take my little tablet with me, watch a movie while I eat. When I'm done, I take a quick walk, and then I come right back home. When I go to lunch on Wednesdays, it's right at the end of the street. And when I go to lunch on Fridays, it's across the street at the end of the street. And I do the exact same thing. Take my tablet, and I watch my movies while I eat, and then I come back home. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, when the lady next door comes over and sits with mom for a couple of hours, I drive, 10 minutes away. I eat. I have 2 hours, though. So on those days, that's when I will go to the store and maybe buy groceries or go to see if there's something else that I need for mom or for the house. It's not really a lot of free time. So I've been thinking that there's things I need to do for me that are important for me, and I have to not feel guilty about it. And laundry is one of those kinds of things. Exercising has to be one of those things. I'm starting to have those time periods where my joints, my muscles feel stiff. I know I need to get into more stretching, but I don't take time to do it. I walk a lot. I've lost a lot of weight. I sometimes walk more than 10 miles a day, which is amazing. But I've lost the weight, but it doesn't do anything to get rid of any of the pain from stretching. So I need to do it. Right now I've been basically doing it once a week, and that is not going to get it done. So how do you make sure that you do these other things and still have time to concentrate on the business or the house or some of this other stuff? Well, I showed you last year's planner, and this is this year's planner. And the only gripe I have about it is that they didn't have red this year, so it's yellow. It's golden. I love the pattern. And I realized that even though I did use the planner last year, I didn't use it enough. I still had months that I skipped, but I wrote some things in it. And what I need to do is I need to basically break my time up a little differently. So I need to put time in there for me, so that during that time period, if I give myself a time period, it means a few things. If I feel the need to take a nap, that's my free time period. During my free time period, if I have clothes, let me fold those things up. And I'm going to have a free period at least 6 days a week. Haven't decided what day I probably won't have a free period. I'm thinking Fridays, because when I have contracts, I don't work Fridays. I've always hated working Fridays. When I was an employee, I worked half days on Fridays. I was allowed to do that. I was in upper management. So I just love that kind of thing. So most probably Fridays are going to be kind of the free day where I can do almost anything I want to. But the other days, I need to build in me time so that there's certain things I will do. I either do that during the day, or I do it at night, or I find a mix. One of those things about being able to do it at night, of course, is that then I can set a, this is when work is done time, and now I have the rest of the night to kind of go out and just have fun. I can go play email chess, or I can play online chess, online Scrabble. I like those games. I might even sit down and watch a DVD or a movie or something. I'm probably still not going to get much into TV, but being able to kind of sit down and just relax and chill and do something else. Like, I watch the movies when I go out to eat. Why can't I watch a movie at home? And I've DVR'd some things, so it's not like I don't have anything else on there that I've never seen that I can't spend some time doing. But I just have to feel like I am allowed to take time to do some other things. Stretching. I really need stretching. And by the way, when I mentioned that I did it once a week, basically it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes is not enough time to do everything I really need to do. So I need to basically book that time in. Now you're probably asking, well, if you're walking all those miles, isn't that you time? Actually, no. Because for me, the walking is more of a way to get rid of anxiety. And when you have anxiety, you're really not doing anything. You're just working off. You're trying to get, energy that's blocking your mind so that you can't really think about work or anything else. I think if you can compartmentalize your time and schedule it better and schedule your breaks, that you will be able to have some kind of pattern that you can get used to so that your life is a little smoother. And I know this because I've done this in the past. So I know it works. And I know that, it's one of those kind of things that I really need to at least do more of if I want to try to reach some of these goals. And by the way, in the last video, which was only 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that I had 2 contracts out there. Well, now I've got 3. So I think 2020 is going to end up being a better year anyway. 3 at once? Are you kidding? I hope I get at least 2 of them. Actually, if I get 1 of them, it'll probably bust out the others. But I really would like to get at least 2 of them. And we'll see what happens. So I'm telling you this because I know that I'm not the only one who does not really think about themselves and their needs in the same way. You may be one of those people who works 12 to 14 hours a day. And really, you go out, maybe you're one of those Friday night, Saturday night people who goes out and gets drunk because you've given so much to someone else or to something else that you feel that you're worth this, and then you spend Sunday morning feeling sick. Because that's what I always thought that the drinking was. I've never had a drink, so I don't know personally, how it feels. But I know that there would be these people who would just work so hard and then just basically blow out on a Friday night, sometimes Friday night and Saturday night, and then Sunday they would just be sick, and sitting down watching football and concentrating as much as they could. They just didn't feel well. And then you go to work on Mondays and they felt horrible. I went to work on Mondays and I just hated Mondays. So that was another weird thing. But this is part of what I want to do. And another part of the things I want to do next year is I want to do videos, hopefully answering questions that folks have of me. Now, I didn't get a lot of questions this year, so I can come up with my own content. Matter of fact, one of the things I'm thinking about doing, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I've been thinking about doing it, is doing 30 days of videos in January. A lot of folks decided to do it here in December. They call it Vlogmas, but I always pick my own time. It used to be a video a day in April, but then I did mine in June. I don't always follow the script of everybody else, but I like to do challenges like that. And my friend Peter, and I'm, calling him out a little bit, because he said that he thinks that if you're doing a video every single day, that you're not going to give enough quality to those videos. Now, he actually just said that about himself, but it made me think, well, wait a minute. I've done these challenges all the time, and I think I may have had a couple of dogs in there that you just threw something in there to try to get it done. But I think that in general, I've always tried to give something better than just a quick dog video. We're going to find out. And hopefully he'll look at them and see if he thinks that I did something that was horrible. And see if someone else thinks that maybe, okay, that was kind of weak. I hope not, but this is my intention. And it doesn't mean that I have to actually do one every single day. The way this really works is that sometimes you do 3 or 4 in a day. And I can see me doing that on a couple of days when my mom is not here. I'll change shirts so it'll look like I've done something every single day, but we'll see how it all goes. Anyway, that's all I had. Thought it was time to check in because it's been a little over 2 weeks since the last video I put out there. And it's the 14th. At least it's the 14th when I put this out there. And I just wanted to talk. That's it. And by the way, I want to thank the people who have actually subscribed this year. This is my best year, which is really scary thinking that way, because I increased 64 subscribers this year. And that's up 121%. So thank you so much. And if anyone else, this is a new time, and you go back and look at some of the other videos I've done on this channel talking about vlogging and writing and motivation and whatever else. I got my categories. Go take a look. If you like this kind of thing, and maybe there's something that you want to ask regarding that, subscribe. Hit the bell so that you get notifications. I usually forget to ask people to do that, so I'm glad I didn't this time around. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I hope Syracuse crushes Georgetown. Bye.